Thanks.
Oh, helping the young man out here. What's going on, everybody? We are back. This time around, we got the Cool Cat J-Ben. See, you
What's
even
up,
put it
guys?
up there. Mega Mine and Cool Cat. And we're ready to rock and roll. We're going to get right back into this. This is the second group of the Battalion 1944. And your team,
Lemavables.
how did it go?
I mean, we actually got a new fifth about a couple weeks ago, so we were working with that, and that kind of screwed us up a little bit. But it went okay. I think we may place fifth, but I mean it's 8 teams, so it's not too good. But the games are close. A lot of mistakes we got to work on. But hey, it was good.
There you go. So this matchup that we're going to be seeing right now is going to be between Primal and NewEra.
Okay.
Obviously, you're more familiar with these teams than I am, having just started doing Battalion 1944. So tell me a little bit about these two teams. What are we going to be seeing out of this?
Yeah,
because I was actually casting with Dougski before.
Doug.
So we're going to see him right off the bat.
Okay, yeah. So first off, you got. Should I just do a roster list, or do you want some?
Yeah,
general?
we could do that. If you want to switch it over to the end game, and he can kind of walk through some of these players for us as they're warming up.
Sure. Yeah, I can give you some of the ones to watch, I guess.
All right, so let's start off on the Primal side because
Sure,
I heard that they're one of the perennial teams that's in here. They're one of the ones to watch out for.
They're one of the favorites to win it. Yeah. So first off, we have West. West is a younger player like myself. Great scope, good player, solid all around. You'll see some really good flicks from him. XLZ is kind of their lurking player, plays solo sites. Just a smart player. Not as hard of a fragger as West, I'd say, but he's really smart, good fundamentals. FoxRox, he's just a sick fragger, man. Really sick fragger. Redcity's actually their stand-in, too.
Okay, so they're not playing with their full strength 5.
Okay. Yeah, they're not playing with their full strength 5 yet, but... No, and last but not least is Vic. He's their IGL. He's this bodybuilder who, I don't know how he heard of Battalion, but now he's here, and he's really led this team up into the top spot in NA.
Gotcha. And then a quick rundown of the
Sure.
opposing side of the NewEra.
Yeah, so we have Dougski. He's an old COD 4. All these players are pretty much old COD 4 players.
Okay.
That's where most of the community came from, because this is probably the closest thing we had to Pro Mod.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you got Dougski, Panther. Dougski's probably the player to watch in that team. Birdman, too. Panther and Mylo actually came in pretty late. They've only been playing the game for like a month or two now. So, but they do well for the amount of time they have just because they're all like LAN experience. So those players are something to look out for on LAN. Yeah.
All right. And what about Barry?
Barry's a funny guy, actually. Same with those guys, COD 4. He goes off some games, so look out for him too.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. So looks like Primal win the knife round. Now tell me a little bit about the map that we're seeing as well.
Okay, so we have Manor House V2 here. It was reworked over the past month and made much, or I guess 2 months really, made much better, made a lot of improvements. Devs listened to the community, so pretty good map. It's kind of a nerdy map, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of spams. Nades are really important. It's just kind of like 3 lanes like CS or COD. So this spam right here is actually a spawn spam. So players have to jump across those doors and
so
try
you'll
to...
see that a lot.
Yeah, you'll see that pretty much every round because it's a free chance to get a kill.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So pretty much what? You said 3 lanes, so you've got like a long A, a long B, and a mid.
Yeah, it's kind of a bad sort of, at least in my opinion, I know the devs have theirs, but it was kind of a bad sort of philosophy maybe for this type of game. Like, some of the maps, I mean, they're always making improvements. This map's way better, but they kind of designed the maps sort of like CS, and a game like fast-paced like this where you can use the movement isn't maybe tailored to that.
Gotcha.
That style isn't really tailored to that.
All right, well, to start this one off, though, Redcity is going to pick up the opening 2 kills, and this is pretty much a vanilla round, you know, starting things off, trying to build up that economy early on, and FoxRox, XLZ, pretty much a shutdown round for them, and Panther being the last one standing, clearly not going to get very far in this one, and he will not. So it's a flawless round here from Primal, and this is kind of what we expect to see bringing the heat early.
It is, definitely. Yeah, so another thing to mention is most of these maps are going to be defense-sided. Rarely will we see teams smashing on allies if they're in even footing skill-wise. So they are on the easy side. That's something to note. But
all right, so what would you say this favors as far as access versus allies? Which side do you think, and how many rounds do you think is about standard?
I mean, that's going to be difficult. I'll try to take in the 2 accounts, the 2 teams in account here. Like, again, NewEra, newer form team, and Primal's one of the best. So I'm going to say on attack, or for Axis, Primal's going to get 11-4. 11-4 is going to be the scoreline.
All right. So we got a straight round call on this one, 11-4 in favor of Primal. All right, so we'll see how the first half pans out. Looks like it's going according to plan for you right now, though, as Mylo is the last one standing, trying to get a little lean around the corner. We'll pick off one, but gets traded immediately afterwards. And another quick round. 2 more kills for FoxRox this time around. Just have to watch out for him because he can blow up.
Yeah, he can blow up. In the last qualifier, he actually 5v2'd one of the other teams. They had a bomb down, and they were holding this. +4 was holding the site, and they came in and they just fragged out and got the site.
Damn, we actually saw a couple of those in the Pure versus Magic matchup.
Yeah.
I think it was Wiltz. Is that his name, Wiltz?
Wilski?
Wilski.
Yeah, Wilski.
Yeah, Wilski. Everybody was saying that he's kind of an onliner and everything like that. Nobody really knew, but then he just popped off. At the end of
there
this.
was a lot.
Nasty shots.
There was a lot of skepticism at his skill because he came from COD 4, but he wasn't really like a land-proven COD 4 player.
Got you.
At least to my knowledge.
Okay.
He's no Uzi, who was one of ex-COD 4 pro players on VVV. But yeah, he popped off. One of the things that's great about Battalion Mega Man is the fact that you can clutch in situations that are never possible in CS. Your chances to clutch because of the regen, the movement, which really lets you separate players to get 1v1 battles to win the round. So that's one of the beauties about Battalion is how it's not really as static as CS.
I love this positioning here from Vic. He should be able to pick up a second kill. We'll swap over, and he does just no. Actually, that was stolen by Vic. Actually assisting each other, playing in tandem around that corner. So nicely done. They lost the man advantage at the beginning of this round, but they're able to clean this one up nicely. Finally a trade of picks, but still, again, not looking all that great to kick things off here. Trying to get that, what is that, the car?
Car 98, yeah.
Trying to get the car 98 working there. Does manage to pick off one more, but that's going to be all she wrote for the round.
I got a little excited there because he did have a car 98. The two players had Gewers, or Gewers is the German pronunciation, but could have popped off, but I guess it didn't happen. Yeah.
Well, the only thing popping off right now seems to be Primal. If you take a look at it, everybody starting to frag out. Vic 4-0, FoxRox 4-0, Red City 3-0. Only 3 kills so far for NewEra.
Yeah, but to be fair, I mean, they did lose basically the pistol round in Battalion, so it's kind of expected, especially against a more experienced team to not win those 3 rounds.
So is this really like the first buy round that we're going to see 3 rounds in?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can see bomb on the back, you can see a grenade, a couple of smokes as well, and they've got, some upgraded weapons to work with.
Yeah. One of the things that's cool about Battalion is there's a real set playstyle in how you can use utility in a very minimal way and focus on buying guns with your economy and vice versa. So you get 2 different styles. So I think NewEra is probably going to be one that uses guns more and doesn't really prioritize utility when they buy for their economy. So.
FoxRox again, picking up 2 more in this round. XLZ as well. It's all going to be down to Dougski. Dougski able to find one. Does get traded in the round again, going the way of Primal. So they're off and rolling right now, and we haven't even seen a bomb site get taken over thus far from the attacking team. So definitely doing a good job locking things down early on, and just no breathing room whatsoever. They've got them in a chokehold. And again, we continue to see that opening spam down through the middle corridor. And it looks like the Allies, they don't even have a smoke for that to start things off. So they're already getting information that nobody's going to that side of the map.
Usually Allied teams will have a mid-smoke there. I'm kind of surprised. Maybe there was like a default round. So oh, they're failing their smoke, I think. That's not good. Yeah, so he will get the information that they're going probably A.
Yeah, spotted one cross. Going to assume that there's going to be more over there. FoxRox, he's been locking this area down over towards the B-bomb site, but he's going to get more aggressive this time. So. Oh, and look at this. He's going to get the beam on one. That's an easy frag for him. Spinning back around the corner here. You might be able to find another. There's one playing a little bit further back behind that HUD. Let's see whether or not he can find that. But he's just going to hold this off angle. It's so difficult to sniff players out. But with the mobility, with the movement, and being able to jump around corners, it gives you at least some sort of an advantage.
Yeah.
Look at how they're playing in tandem with each other. One falls. If they push aggressively behind this, Red City is going to be ready for the trade.
Yeah, I mean, like I said again, like you said with the movement, actually, the jump height is in debate right now. I think the devs are actually nerfing it a little bit because it's a bit too powerful how you can jump someone playing an off angle and kill them when they have like a better position.
Well, that was one of the things that I disliked about the game personally when I played it.
Yeah.
Was the jump accuracy and everything like that. Because coming from a Counter-Strike background, you don't really have that great of jump accuracy in CS versus a game where you're almost 100% accurate.
I mean, you're still bunny hopping, so you have that dynamic skill-based movement, but I wouldn't say it's as...
Someone's excited.
Yeah. I'd say it's as dynamic as this game, CS is.
Let's see if things get tied up on a 3v3. Now it's going to be a 2v2. Finally, a bomb site getting taken over towards B, so the bomb is going to get planted here. Birdman trying to do what he can with that car. Not able to hit the shots. He's got to be careful, but that Garand runs out of bullets, and he will come back around with the secondary and find the kill. But NewEra, it's just Panther. Bomb gets planted, but he's all by his lonesome. He's got to clutch a 1v2.
He could do this. He has a lot of land experience, like I said.
Oh, and he sees the player. Look at this cat and mouse game that he's playing, a little ring around the rosy. And with him going up towards the top side, he's probably already cleared out this angle, so there's not much for him to worry about checking this. Trying to play it
Playing
sneaky.
this so well.
I like
Nice
it.
little kill there.
Yeah, and he's not sticking to the fuse. He's still looking for this player, and Panther playing this so smart. Nicely done from him. Really nice 1v2 clutch from him. And again, like you saw, I mean, he saw the player go up on the high ground, plays it slow, plays it in a stealthy kind of manner, and he just gets both of his men. Nicely done.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that is kind of a controversy in the battalion community is the, at least about the maps, is the verticality of the maps. I think in CS, you probably don't see as much verticality as compared with old COD 4 style titles, which I thought really made the maps great. So,
well, there are two maps in Counter-Strike that you can kind of relate to that, and one of them is Nuke, where the two bomb sites are over top of each other, and then of course Overpass, one of the newer maps. I say air quotes on that, newer maps. It's been in the map pool for a long time, but it's another one that's kind of top down. A bomb site is much more elevated on the top side of the map.
Sure. Yeah, even those elevations, I mean, different height variations just aren't as consistently seen in CS as I would say in like a Call of Duty title.
A lot more houses to hide and a lot more angles to clear, it seems like, in this game.
Yeah, no, I'd definitely say that's true.
That's where that mobility kind of comes into play too, you know, being able to jump around corners. Because a big thing that they talk about, especially in online Counter-Strike, is peeker's advantage.
Yeah.
You know, being able to come around a corner and get the beat on somebody who's holding an angle. Usually you want to see a game that almost favors the player that's holding the angle.
Yeah, I agree.
And with this one, this game does favor the player that's holding the angle, but with you being able to be accurate on jumping, it's not necessarily that you're going to die every single time you come around a corner.
Yeah, one thing I do have to note is in the beginning of the game, when you jumped, there was interpolation when you jumped, so you would have a huge peeker's advantage, maybe like half a second.
Really?
Yeah, but the devs were good. They fixed that up, and I just played it on LAN, and it feels great. It really feels smooth. So.
Seal of approval here from J-Ben, right?
Yeah.
There you go. All right. No, it's hard to get much better praise out there. I think Bramerton is actually in the chat watching this right now, too. So shout out to him. I know that he's one of the head devs or whatever it is. He's a good guy. I see him constant updates and everything like that. But we have another bomb plane here. Man advantage going to NewEra. Redcity trying to get back in. Vic is going to be able to find one. Does he get the second? No. It's going to be Mylo to shut him down. And now it's Panther trying to get the next one down, and they will clean it up. So a nice round again here from NewEra. So it was 4-0. Now 2 rounds in a row for the Allied side. And look at the bank that's starting to build up. You got 7 shekels, I was told to call them.
Yeah, that's kind of a meme going around in the NA battalion community by a player named Notice.
The stream got really mad at me for calling them coins and not shekels.
Yeah. Shout out to Notice for that one. But
he's probably in there thinking to himself, man, I'm getting them to say shekels on stream.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta love it. I love a good meme.
Battalion community's full of them all over. Just because we're so small, so friendly with each other.
There you go. Well, it's good because you guys have a real tight-knit community of players and everything.
We do. Yeah, I would say like pretty much every serious team came out to this LAN. Every serious player came out to this LAN.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
Because you play with and against these guys so often online, especially when you guys play the pickup games and everything like that. Your 10-mans and all that, and now you finally get a chance to meet the players behind the monitor.
Yeah, I mean, this is my first LAN, so the whole experience of just seeing people online and sort of how the personality, and from my experience, people's personalities are a lot different online than in person, just to be honest.
Yeah.
They are.
Well.
I mean, you know, people talk shit and they're friendly in face, but for everybody I've met, it's been nice so far. And
you're going to get that most of the time. I mean, people are going to be toxic in an online community. Trust me, I've been there myself. But, you know, when it all boils down to it, you're young. At the end of the day, most of us are going to go have a beer with each other and be friends. So
I understand that, yeah. I mean, the battalion community's been very good to me.
Look at this from Redcity, staying alive. He might get 3, and he does get 3 out of this. That's going to leave Dougski by himself. That was a nice little bait and switch. Throws the nade around the corner. That player trying to creep, and all of a sudden he finds himself with 3 frags in the round, 1 left to find, and it's Dougski versus 3. This is going to be a very difficult round, and it's FoxRox again.
FoxRox cleaning up.
Yep. So let's take a look at the scoreboard real quick. This is an 8-2 for FoxRox, and now Vic and Redcity up there at 6-2 and 6-3. So they're doing some work on there. Adversely on the other side, 4-5, 4-6, 4-7. So not necessarily positive, but they do get the 2 rounds on the board. And like you said, I mean, you expect Axis side to go 11-4 given the firepower on the Primal side.
Yeah, I mean, one thing to note here is it's kind of like CS. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a great CS player. I mean, I already playing CS.
That's fine. You give me your analogy, and I'll tell you how it relates.
Yeah, all right, sure.
Because you know Battalion, I know CS.
There we go.
So we'll bounce it off
Maybe
each
on
other.
like a map like Overpass, for example, if you get like a 5-10 scoreline, 5 being on terrorists, you're kind of like even, I guess you would say. Like that's like a minimum you want to hit to be okay, maybe.
Yeah,
for the
you
next
feel
half.
okay. You feel okay with 5.
So that's kind of the same thing we have here. I mean, they still have plenty of rounds to go, and if the Allies pick up a few more, they could feel okay going to the next round, but they have to win that pistol round.
Absolutely. Gotcha. Well, pistol round, air quotes.
Pistol
on that.
round.
The pistol
Eco round. Probably better, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would be a better way of saying it.
Yeah.
Eco round. Force buy almost.
Yeah.
Where you've still got some firepower behind it, but it's definitely not as good as what you're going to be going up against in the following couple of rounds.
Yeah, I mean, one of the beautiful things actually about how the economy works so far is you can actually stack coins. Like, you can donate to your teammates. So you can see a player with a Car 98 first round. I don't know if that's a smart decision for a team to do, but that's a difference that you don't have in CS, stacking to maybe your star of your team, which we may see actually with Motivate here.
Oh, gun barrel spotted, frag found. Close quarters, Birdman. Oh, he ain't flapping those wings anymore, that's for sure. He's going to go down. Dougski, though, trying to make a bid at the round, 2 HP. He will fall after he does take down FoxRox, and that's going to leave it all on Barry, who I don't think I've said his name much the entire time here. He is sitting at 3 and 7 on a 1v3 clutch opportunity, but with 17 seconds and that clock ticking down, he's got to do some work. He is on B, and he does have the bomb, and there's nobody around, so.
Yeah, he will get the plant down most likely.
Yeah, this is big.
But with a carbine against automatic weapons, probably not going to.
Yeah, not going to work out too well in his favor. Because that's the kind of gun, for those of you out there that don't know Battalion, some of the guns in here, you just have to mouse one, because it's not an automatic weapon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're semi-automatic, so think like the Scar from CS, that automatic sniper rifle. It's the closest thing I could think of, or a pistol, it's semi-automatic. But
yeah, we'll go with a pistol because
yeah,
the Scar you can hold down mouse one, and it's slow, but you know it'll continue to shoot.
Yeah.
Whereas in this, you still have to mouse one. Same thing with like the Garen.
The Grand, yeah.
Yeah, Garand.
Whoa. You could
Whoa.
be doing the correct pronunciation for all I know.
Oh my God.
I'm just, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, how old are you?
19.
Yeah, see, I'm old, so maybe I know something you don't. I probably don't, though. I mean, let's be honest. I'm 33. I'm an old man. I'm an old man trying to feed his kids. I don't know.
Hey, man, there's some old men here at this battalion who are fragging out, so
Dude,
don't count yourself out.
You're damn right. Look at Lex.
Or look at all these guys are old players.
Right? Lex is like 65 years old. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, he's like 65.
65?
Yeah.
Damn.
Very old man. Very, very old man. But you know what? He frags like a young buck, and that's all that matters.
He does frag very well with Car 98.
Plus, he's handsome. He is a handsome
guy.
Yeah, he's a handsome guy.
He's got the tatted vibe.
Oh, I love it, man. Good guy, too. Lex is a really good guy. He's always been one of my favorite figureheads in any community that he's been a part of. That being said, though, Primal again, pretty clean round. They've only lost one so far. Still 2 players left alive on the Ally. I keep wanting to call it CT versus T side. It's so difficult. But see, the thing that screws me up is Red would typically be associated with the attacking side when it comes to Counter-Strike. It's yellow, but they would be associated with the attacking side, and then the blue would be like the counter-terrorist side or the defensive side. But it's flip-flopping for this.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe historical reasons they decided to go for Red as the axis.
That's probably the colors that they went with, flags they flew.
That's probably true. I don't know.
I don't get paid enough to think about that. That being said, though, time ticking down. Looks like they want to hang on to their guns and their coins. You got 5 left on Mylo, so, and he's also got, that is the Thompson.
Yeah, Thompson right there on Mylo. Yep.
And a Garand on Barry.
So he's got a carbine. So one cool thing is you get the you can keep primaries as your secondary.
Right.
So,
you can drop the pistol.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's got a car and a carbine.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Oh no, a bar and a carbine.
A bar and a carbine.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So many things
No,
to
I
remember here.
know.
I'm working on it, guys. All right, Twitch chat, don't roast me too bad. All right, I know when we first started off doing this, the very first game. I mean, I'm green. I don't know anything about the game. I really don't know anything. So I'm doing my best to try and figure stuff out as we go along. This is the fourth game and the 4th map. So it's like, if I could get a coastal again, could somebody please not veto coastal so I know what the hell's going on, please?
Yeah.
All right, I know where Red House is. All right, that's the extent of my knowledge. They're failing their smoke every time again.
I don't know what's going on.
It's on the top of the blue house.
That's like an essential smoke, like maybe a dust. The closest thing I think of from Counter-Strike would be a dust 2 to cross as from CT to B.
Yeah, that's double door smoke.
Yeah, essentially that. So failing that is not good.
No, that's suboptimal, and you can see how they've got 3 players on this side of the map here for the Axis side. You've got 3 players now holding down this deep bomb site. It's going to be extremely difficult to get in here. Now, granted, they've got strength in numbers, but they haven't found very many kills. In fact, they've only found 2, and that gets traded. Red City, he's sitting on like 1 HP in that corner, and he still picks up the kill.
Yeah. I mean, they do have the main advantage on attack here, but
not anymore.
Yeah, XLZ with XLZ is a great card 98 player, and I don't know if they can do this here.
That should be prime time for a push. Trying to swap over to the secondary, not able to get it out in time. And again, it was a fake plant. They still haven't put the bomb down just yet. But now they've got control of the site. They could potentially go for that plant now, as they do have the man advantage here on the Allies' side.
And yeah, XLZ is kind of stuck there with that smoke, but Vic picks up the kill on the berry. Putting it into 2-on-2.
What is this?
And that was just
wow.
some sort of chaotic mess there, but Panther somehow made it out.
So Mylo got the kill, or Mylo got the kill right before he got knifed, and then
something like that.
They turned around and killed the second person. If he would have gotten the kill off with the knife before Mylo got that frag, then you might have seen a different scenario at the end there.
I mean, the knife can be extremely, extremely hostile or viable in close quarter situations, like if they have to enter a choke point.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to throw you under the bus or anything like
sure.
this, but you guys are familiar with that Tanaka 1v5 clutch that he had against you guys.
That is true, but I also 1v2'd, or I got 2 knife kills on them trying to push me on that map.
You
as
did,
well.
and we were trying to figure out where you were, but I think that you were swinging out into that hallway
I was
down
just
to the
swinging out the door,
staircase. Yeah. On that A bomb site. So that was very cool. We didn't catch it from your point of view, but I saw you whip around the corner, and then I just saw 2 knife kills pop up, and I was like, did he just seriously knife 2 guys? And then that 1v5 clutch to close out the map. That was ridiculous to watch.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to lie. I was a little hot under the collar for that one. But
a little salty?
Yeah, a little salty because it was a timing thing. I mean, I was trying to I got a call where he was, and he sneaked past me as I looked where he was and got behind our whole team.
Yeah, that was the big thing, and what kicked that off was the patience play that he had, which was really, really cool. Because his trigger discipline was really, really strong. Primal picking up another round, 7-3. So, I mean, there's still an opportunity as this half continues to play out that the Allies side, the NewEra side, could put potentially 6 rounds on the board. They could still get 7 rounds if they went out the half.
Yeah, they still have a little bit of economy to work here. They'll probably save 1, maybe get a full buy next round, but I know this team likes to buy, so we may see if, they're just going to be forcing it up. Just can see what guns they had. Oh, yeah. Okay, Bar, Thompson.
A couple of Thompsons out there, 3
Yeah.
Thompsons. A Bar and a...
so you got a Carbine?
Carbine, that's the word I was looking for.
Carbine.
I wanted to say car, but then there was Carbine. Yeah, the bine. I forgot the bine. You never want to forget the bine. Just like you never want to forget the brine. It's a cooking term. It's fine.
What is it? I may be too young to know that.
You gotta brine sometimes.
Brine?
Yeah.
No,
you never heard about like brining a piece of meat or anything like that? It's where you put
brine,
it in like you brine it. You soak it overnight or something.
Serenade?
Like that. Yeah. Kinda.
Okay.
Kinda.
Okay.
Yeah, but you brine it. Get a good brine going. I like a good brine. There's a car frag. See? Car.
Yeah, XLZ holds down lanes like long A by himself with a Car 98. He'll hold sites really well. So
see, that's the thing that I noticed earlier on when we were watching Tanaka play, because he would pick up the car or he would pick up the scope, and on the defensive side, he was a turret. He was dominant on the defensive side. When it came to the offensive side, he disappeared.
Yeah, I mean...
And I think that's a little bit because of the mobility issues behind that gun and him being a little bit flat-footed when it came to the attacking side. And the next thing you know is he's the last man standing constantly because he's all the way back in spawn trying to get deep picks.
I mean, it's all about like the opposing team, the defense team in that situation's discipline. Because like we would try to not peek long if we know Tanaka's up. Not try to take long engagements because he'll kill us. He's a great scope. He hits flicks, so...
Look at this. Look at this play. The patience play. There's the +10.
There's West.
That was beautifully done. That's a name that we haven't really said too much about, but there's XLZ. Again, holding an angle with the Car 98.
He's
and again,
really good at that.
I mean, West has quietly crept up to a 12-6 score.
Yeah.
And it's like, usually it's like you remember when people are popping off. Like FoxRox has had multiple multi-frag rounds. XLZ on the car has had multiple multi-frag rounds. Obviously West has, but it's like he's quietly been picking up these frags.
Sure.
Because we're 12 rounds in, it could have just been he gets 1 here, he gets 2 here, that kind of thing. But it's been quietly creeping up with that.
Yeah.
Carbines on the board.
There we go. We got also a grease gun as well.
A grease gun.
Which is a free gun you get like a USPS or a Glock.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Grease gun.
Yeah. grease gun. But I mean, one of the cool things about Battalion is if you get close enough with that grease gun or 2 guys come, you can mow people down. It's
Gotcha.
still pretty viable.
So it's almost like having an MP9 or something,
Yeah.
like a lightweight SMG.
Kind of. One other thing to note is with this gun here, the M1 Carbine, which is 1 token, you can actually one-tap headshot with it.
Gotcha.
So you could, if you're good enough at pre-aiming, pre-firing, you can kill a scope. Somebody spent 6 rounds. So it's another interesting dynamic.
So if you were to put a monetary value on it, it'd be like $1,000 per coin that you have. That was a sick shot.
Shot. Yeah, I don't know if you can really equate. It's really, I've tried to think about it because it could give you a good guidelines equating this economy to CS's, but you don't really have the same comeback mechanic you have in Counter-Strike, really, so it makes it difficult.
Well, here you go. Are we going to see the 11-4? It is 10-3 right now, coming into the final 2 rounds of this half. I know we haven't really been casting the game too much, but this has been a dominant performance from Primal. Kind of what we expected to see.
Yeah, I called 11-4 at half. It may actually turn out that way.
Could be 12-3. I mean,
Or
it's
it's
like I
12-3.
said, it's been very dominant here from Primal.
Yeah.
And again, a look at the scoreboard. Everybody hitting double-digit frags in the opening of this. That's how you know you're having a really good half. Is first off, obviously you're winning a lot of rounds. But then if you look at the kill spread from it, 13 at the top, 10 at the bottom. It's only a 3 kill spread between it. So everybody is contributing. So everybody's firing on the same cylinders. And Vic even picking up a nade kill here, so that's going to push him up a little bit further. That's a great opening for these guys. And he's just pushing through the trenches. One right here around the corner. He will go down, so it is even back up into a 4-on-4.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be pretty good for the allies. You know, you always want kind of, you know, if you have even numbers, it always favors the attacking team for those trades because the defending team obviously has to rotate. So we may see them pull out this round, but no, FoxRox with a nice little hold there.
He loves this spot by these sandbags.
It's a great spot.
He really does.
The only place they can shoot
Oh, that sucks. He couldn't see him because of the token.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so maybe not because the play you can actually lower the token size.
Oh,
so,
so some of these players are going to be playing with like really small tokens?
Yeah, most players will have that just because of the visibility.
Because I was going to I didn't know that you could do that. I would have been so pissed off.
No, I'm happy they have that.
I would have been, I'm glad that they did too. I would have been so heated if I die to a person because I can't see him because of the
someone
token
proning underneath a token or something like that. Yeah, no, that would be, pretty annoying.
That would be infuriating.
Yeah.
Absolutely infuriating. NewEra again on the back foot here. 2-man advantage here for the Primal side. Trying to creep up a little bit. Spotted. One more player right there. That's a beautiful bait and switch. I love that play. That's so good. FoxRox going to pick up that kill, and then West going to be there to defend him. That's just a beautiful bait and switch right there. Long distance, baits you into crossing that doorway, and the second player is just sitting down there on the ground, ready to blow your face.
But he got a 3K from that spot? Same exact spot? I think. Just holding down?
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
But see, the thing was, at first, and obviously it's a minutia kind of thing, but at first he was just crouched next to the sandbags. He gets the player running around the corner. Then the token thing, remember, because I thought that he was blind because of the token. But then he was prone for the next person that came around the corner. And he had a teammate that was playing further back to try and bait that player to cross the doorway.
Yeah.
So really nice bit of team play coming out from these guys. I look forward to seeing the attacking side. I just fear that we're not going to see very much of the attacking side.
That's kind of one of the struggles of the Battalion is the knife round is so important because you get that advantage starting on Axis and you just don't get to see, you make 2 mistakes and you're out if you start an allies next half.
Now, are most of these maps typically defense-sided?
I would say for the most part they are defense-sided. It really depends on like the style of the team, but yeah, I would say so from my experience in NA. EU may have a different opinion, but I think they'd probably quote me on that. Yeah.
All right, Chad, you heard him. Quote him or not. Figure it out.
Yeah, this is a really strong spot here that West is playing. Maybe able to, no, he gets.
Oh, he gets pinched.
That was a good little pinch.
Yeah,
there.
I like that. That was good. Multi-pronged attack. They take over that mid-card or area of the map over by where the trenches are. And now they're going to start to get that bomb planted.
Normally I would count Primal out of this situation, but this is almost a mirror image of their 2v5 against Plus Forward in the finals of the NA qualifier.
And Redcity knows where 2 of the players are right now. Look at that nade that's going to go right in there. That's going to smoke off that, I guess, barn area that's going to be on top of it. Yep. Is that what it is?
A barn, yep.
Ah!
You're close.
Yeah!
You're close,
Look at FoxRox and Red City. There you go. Already picking up 2 or 3 out of the 4 kills, and they clutch it out. So there you go.
FoxRox, he's a sick fragger, dude.
Dougski able to get 1 back, but what a turn of events. A 4 versus 2 clutch and the defuse. So there's your 12-3 half. So you weren't far off when you said 11-4, but they did you 1 better.
Yeah, they did. Primal's really playing out of their minds so far.
I like the voiceovers for this. I feel like I should get into doing voiceovers for video games. Halftime.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, it's good.
Bomb defused.
Bomb defused. Yeah, no, Yeah.
Bomb has been planted. I feel like I got a future in this, man.
You could try.
I might have to get into that. I'll
You
hit
have
up
the nice
Lamberton.
casting voice.
It's, yeah.
Smooth, deep voice.
Well, the longer that I go, the more I rip up my throat and the deeper my voice gets.
Ooh.
So by the end of the night, it's real sultry. Yeah. Get the Barry White, the little Barry White comes out a little bit, you know. Yeah. No, it's good. You're doing a great job too, by the way.
Thanks,
I mean,
man. I appreciate
you know,
that.
it's not every day. You know, I've been doing this for a long time, so I've casted with a lot of people.
Sure.
And it's all the way from like the lower echelons, all the way up to the most famous
Yeah.
casters that are in the Counter-Strike Global Offensive scene. Sadakist, Henry G, all of those kind of guys that are like household names when it comes to big tournaments. But it's always refreshing getting like a young mind to sit next to you, somebody who's an up-and-comer in the scene. It's a beautiful thing. Talking about it though, NewEra starting off relatively well. That's a nice frag. That cleans up one more, and now it's down to Dougski. Unfortunately, Primal is fighting back in this one. And it's been West. 3 kills this round. That's a good flank play. And
Doug
that's a
is the player to
1v1.
watch for their team, so he may actually win this right here.
Yeah, Panther able to pick up 2, but being down in the trenches, this is an off angle, spots his head, tries to go for the one tap, not able to connect it, and he will go for the reload.
Especially with a carbine which one taps head and that SMG there. I think people in EU call it the popcorn gun. In EU, just from
It
the
does
sound of
sound
it.
like some kernels, yeah.
I think a player named Dimka. Yeah.
All right, so a little bit of light tagging. He's going to maybe go for a little bit of a different angle here. Running over that queen, though, is going to give out his position, so he's got to be careful about this, and he is watching it like a hawk. Look at how he's maneuvering around those coins. Oh, and there it is. Dougski going to clutch out the 1v1. Give his team a fighting chance to move forward into this, so they get the good coins.
Yep.
Shekels. Shekels. Got to call it what it is. Come on, there's one more down and around the corner. I know I saw it. And there's one up there, too. You're not going to make it.
Yeah, there's a lot of debate.
Got it. Nailed it. See, look
Yeah.
at him. Look at Dougski go. What a player.
Yeah, there's a lot of debate about the dropping of coins because, for example, with snipers, I think it's kind of a good balance. I mean, with sniper, if you think about it, the attacking team always has the advantage because they're pushing forward, getting coins.
Right.
They're pushing forward, and Axis has to rotate. So, a little bit of debate about how the coin dropping works, but
I mean, I understand that, but if you're winning rounds on the defensive side, you're still sweeping up those coins at the end of it.
Yeah, that's true.
The problem therein lies that players will pick up multiple coins over the course of a round, and then if those players then die, they only drop 1 coin.
That's also true.
So maybe it's one of those things where they need to change it to where they drop however many coins they've collected over the course of that round.
Yeah, that's been a solution proposed by a few players. I don't really know the reasoning behind the economy.
I'm not going to be the kind of guy. I don't know enough about the game to sit back and be
I'm
like,
no
this is
game
how
dev.
you look. I'm looking at your game right now, and this is what I'm seeing is broken with it. But from an outsider's point of view, and somebody who thinks that this game is definitely interesting and has a lot of potential, obviously has a lot of potential, that's something that I looked at and I was just like, you're not really rewarded for winning a 1v1 clutch because then it's like, oh, you only get like 1 coin out of it, or you only pick up 2 coins. We do have a bomb plant into this round, and NewEra, again, is going to be on the back foot here. This is a great response out of the Primal side, and look at FoxRox and West go. West has got that scope. He's putting in some work, and they are going to shut it down, so 13-4 now. And look at how many coins they pick up at the end of the round. But that would consolidate it. You wouldn't have to chase around coins so much at the end of rounds.
Yeah, I mean, we even don't even defuse the bomb. Like, if we just had a ton of trades in sight, we will wait to defuse the bomb to just collect all coins. It's
And
kind of
that's
the same in CS. With
it's
picking
very
up guns,
yeah, picking up guns. You want to carry over a double up setup on your CT side of train or something like that. You're going to go around, hunt those guns because you got a kit. You know it's only going to take 5 seconds to defuse the bomb, so forth and so on. We draw a lot of parallels. That's a nifty looking skin. Look at that.
Yeah,
thing.
Patriot or something. One of the best looking skins actually in the game.
There's some nifty looking skins. I like the fact that they're starting to get into like the skin stuff. Spotted, easy kill. Easy kill. There it is. Baited out by XLZ, jumping around the corner,
Primal's
makes him go
spacing.
from prone, and they just Vic is going to clean it up. Beautiful play.
It's good fundamentals, good team play. Doug actually.
Ooh, Douglas. Dougie Fresh getting in on it. He's able to pick up 2, give his team an opportunity into the round at least. XLZ, though, he's not having it. He knows that reload's coming out. He knows that player just ducked around the corner, but now he's got to go for the reload. He's going to get chased back around, but there's the jump peak, and he will take him down 1 versus 3 as Barry, your last man standing here. And, I mean, a 9-round lead, looking like it's going to be a 10-round lead. And it is exactly that. So 14, 2 rounds to go here for Primal to win their first
Yeah,
map
I mean,
here at
I
the
feel for
tournament.
NewEra because they're, like I said, newly formed team compared to Primal. They have the same core 4 for like since like basically the release of Battalion.
Right.
So I have to feel for them, and because of that, Primal has such good fundamental team play, such good spacing and trading.
They play off each other really,
yeah,
really well.
they do.
That's
Like
the
you
thing.
said, with the bait and switches and the pinches.
Yep.
Good fundamentals.
And that's one thing. It doesn't matter if you're a commentator that comes from a background of Counter-Strike or Call of Duty or Fortnite or whatever it is. You can understand. That's a nice early pick there for Dougski. He's going onto the scope now. So he's been switching it up. He's been playing with a lot of different weapons in here, trying to find his niche on this team. And they do get a return nade onto Mylo, which is a little bit unfortunate, but at least it's a one-for-one trade, which gives the Axis side a little bit of a fighting chance into this on the defense.
I mean, yeah, and you see Doug picking up the scope there, which is again is one of the beauties of the economy because of you not having the mechanic to drop guns, you're forced to pick them up and use them. So you have to be versatile with all guns.
Yeah. I know, I like that. There's the Car 90 and the Car 98 and the Carbine.
Carbine, yeah. Got it.
Did that smoke glitch? Okay, it looked like it glitched there at first, but not going to be the case. It is going to be all-encompassing of that area. And the bomb has been dropped. No, it is picked up, and it is coming in towards that B-bomb site. So that is going to get planted over there, and this is going to be a very difficult situation, especially with Dougski coming out with the pistol. Trying to swap that out, maybe pick up something a little more favorable going in, but it looks like he picked up a bar and a scope?
Dougski has
a carbine
and a scope. Gewehr and a scope.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the...
They're really small icons, and a lot of them look very similar.
Yeah, I mean, you get used to it as you play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm new. I'm a newfie. 15-4, we are on map point right now, and Primal, very unrelenting. They've got him in a chokehold, and they aren't letting go anytime soon. This is a massive performance. 20 kills and 6 deaths for FoxRox.
Yep.
I don't think he's died so far this second half.
Yeah, I mean, but Dougski, 13 kills against a much more fundamentally, I guess, good team, at least in what this match shows. So, gotta give props to Dougski. He's been...
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's difficult to do too much when your team's getting pretty much overrun at every site that they go to.
That's true.
On both sides, you know.
Yeah.
So to be able to at least put up some numbers, individual play being a pretty important thing. XLZ on the creep.
Yeah, he made
that right around the corner. This is a risky play. Oh, they both miss.
It's a really hard shot to hit the head.
I was going to say, all you can see is the top of him, but West had no problem. He just swung around the corner and just completely dismantled him. Dougski, though, doing what he can, but they've compromised that bomb site, and again, it's a B play. Seen a lot of action over here towards this B bomb site so far in this match. I can't remember the last time that I saw a bomb get planted over towards A.
Yeah, B is really easy to take because you can just smoke off that arch and that street. You can just run through those two lanes, and one smoke will cover really the main spot, which is the white box in the back of B site, and you just go in there and take it out.
Look at all the snipers that they have as well here for Primal. 3 players with their secondary weapon being a car and 2 scoped rifles.
Yeah.
And there it is. So that's going to be it. Primal, they finish it off 16-4. And that is a pretty big start to them.
That is.
So we'll have to see who it is that they play after this, because we're probably going to stick with them so that we can at least get a cast of all 3 of the teams, give them all ample time to be showcased on here. But so far, so good for Primal. And like you said, I mean, they look like they're the team to beat as far as this group is concerned.
Yeah, definitely.
So it looks like so far it's Pure Magic and Primal.
I would say Pure Magic, Primal, maybe plus forward, and Motivate has a lot of LAN experience. They've been looking pretty good, so they're one to watch too.
All right, so we'll keep our eyes out for it. But for now, we're going to take a break. We will be back with our next map here very, very shortly. You guys don't want to miss it. More Battalion 1944 coming to you from Frag 12 very soon.